everyone, welcome to Sweet Tomato Vine Homestead. I'm Linda. Today I'm in my garden and I am excited about this project that I'm doing today because I am doing my winter sowing. And winter sowing is what you use these milk cartons for. You'll use the milk cartons or you can use these clear jug containers like this. And you just need to go ahead and you remove your paper or anything that is on them. And once you sow your seeds in these containers, you're going to leave them in your yard somewhere in your garden, and you're going to leave them all throughout the winter, and you'll have these elements of snow and rain, sleet, or whatever comes will be getting inside of this container and will be helping your seeds to acclimate to whatever weather comes their way. It will produce strong seedlings, and y'all, I have did it before and it is wonderful. It's amazing how these plants will grow. So I am trying some plants this year that I did not try before. Some that I think are much harder to germinate, because what I've usually done is a few perennial flowers. I've done some of the seeds that are pretty easy to grow. You know, you can do whichever ones you choose, but I know that squash will grow if you plant it out. And so there's no need for me to do squash in here unless I just want those seeds to be really early. But I'll just go ahead and I'll plant my squash out into the garden when it's time to plant. But some of the seeds that I am using today are strawberries, something that I've had problems germinating. I'll use my lavender plants. That's something that I've had a lot of trouble getting to germinate. Matter of fact, I've never got it to really germinate where I could get it into the garden. It may have came up but died. So I am using these jugs this year, and I'm going to use this sowing method to try to produce some seedlings on some plants that I have problems with. So what you want to do after you get your jugs, you want to go ahead and you want to first, you want to put some holes in the bottom. You're going to need some drainage holes. And I'm just going to put a few drainage holes in the bottom. Just make sure that the container doesn't get waterlogged and your seeds rot. Put a few holes in there. What I'm using a paring knife. I think that's safer for me to use. So you might use a soldering tool, one of those hot soldering tools to get those to work, you know, and a box cutter probably will work. I think that's kind of dangerous though, so I would not recommend that you use that. But use, you know, whatever you feel is safe for you. Do not let children do this. After you get your drainage hose in, then you're going to cut these containers. And let me lower the camera so that you can see what I'm doing. I've already did a few of the containers, and I went ahead and labeled them because I was trying to speed it up a little. But I went ahead and I cut those in half, and I'm going to cut this one in half also. You don't cut it completely. You cut it halfway, but you leave it where it'll fold like this because you're going to tape it. And you don't need the lid. You go ahead and you discard your lid, do whatever you want to do with it. But now that I have this, I am going to go ahead and I am going to put some soil in here. And this is a good time to use your seed starting mix because you don't want a soil that has fertilizer or anything in it because it could possibly kill your seedlings. So I'm just going to use this starter mix to fill my container. And it does not take a lot of this mix. Get you enough that you know you want your roots to have somewhere to go, but you don't need to use a whole lot. So that, to me, my opinion, is a good enough amount. I decided to go ahead and moisten my soil and then put it into the containers because that soil can be kind of hard to moisten. That's that seed starting mix, and it's got a lot of peat in it, so it is really hard to moisten sometimes. So I went ahead and moistened it. And now I'm going to go ahead and put some into my container. And it's pretty moist. And the first one I'm going to do is some strawberry seeds that my nephew Marvin gave me. He gave me some white strawberry seeds and some red and also some kiwi seed. So I am going to go ahead and put some of these white strawberry seeds in. And these have been in the freezer already because I wasn't sure I was going to put them in the winter sowing. So I had cold stratified them by putting them in the freezer. And they had been in the freezer since May 5th, mainly because I forgot about them. But this one is the white strawberry. So I'm just going to sprinkle some of these seeds on top of this soil. And this soil is good and moist. And they are very, very tiny. These are some very, very small seeds. So I'm just going to sprinkle some on top. I'm just going to lightly sprinkle some on top. Nothing started coming out yet. Okay, now they're coming out. Yeah, I still got a lot of seeds left, so we've got some more strawberry seeds to plant. Another method if we choose to. So now what you want to do after you got your seeds in, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to seal this because I don't want this just blowing around in the wind. So what I've got is some duct tape that I'm going to use to seal it. This out of the way. I'm going to lower the camera so you all can see how I am going to apply this duct tape. And you just want to take your duct tape and go around your container. Pretty simple. But just in case someone has never done this before, I'm going to go most of the way around and get this, then cut your duct tape. And you want to go ahead and you want to label it. I probably should have put a label on the inside also. I'm going to still put it in the inside. I'm going to put a fork in there and I'm just going to white strawberry on here. I'm using my garden marker with the sun on it. So we're going to see if this marker holds up out here in these elements all winter. So this will be white strawberries. And my marker is inside. It's not sticking in the soil, but it's in there. Okay, so the next one that we're going to do, elderberry. Because you know elderberry has so many wonderful qualities, but the plants can be pretty expensive. And I want my own, so I am going to grow my own. So hopefully this method will work. And I'll be having some elderberries to plant out in the spring. And then you can dry your elderberries and have it to use for medicinal purposes. Okay, so see I put some soil in here. And now I got my elderberry seeds. I'm just going to sprinkle some of these seeds on top. I could, since those seeds are a little larger, I could sprinkle some soil on top, but I'm not going to. I am going to go ahead and put my label on. So I already got me a label for my elderberry. Go ahead and pop it inside. This didn't go all the way around, but as long as it's still, it's fine. Okay, I'll get another jug and fill it with soil. Yeah, I already had elderberry root on this one. So we'll just scratch through that and write something else. Whatever this is that we're fixing to plant right here. And I think that it's going to be dwarf cherry. That's what I got laid over here now. It's a dwarf cherry. So that is what we're going to plant next. And this is what the dwarf cherry seeds are looking like. I have never tried to plant these dwarf cherry tree seeds, so we're going to see how they do in this method. And I'm going to push them underneath the soil just a little. They're not that small where I can just leave them on top of the soil. So I'm going to push them down and lightly cover them. And I'm going to stick a label inside of the container and seal it up. And it's as simple as that, y'all. You can grow different plants that you think are hard, or that in some cases are really hard to germinate this way. They are easier to germinate the winter sow method. I have found it to be my experience, because some of these plants, they will not all germinate at the same time. It's like they know when it's time for them to germinate. And don't worry about looking for, them all winter long, because you'll be out there just wasting your time, because you might not see any. And then all of a sudden, when spring hits, they'll just start popping up. That has been my experience, and it has been amazing to see how it works. So if you have never tried it, I urge you to try some of the plants that you have been wanting to grow and have not had any luck with. Try winter sowing them. And you might say, well, it's not winter yet. Why are you doing it so early? Well, it's not far from winter, and the weather is about to change and get cooler. But the main reason I'm not doing it in winter, because I don't want to be out here doing this during the winter, because I have a lot of them that I'm going to do. And so I don't want to be out here during the winter months, winter sowing my plants, my seeds. This jug did a little. But it's sealed, so we're good. As long as it seals up. I might put some more tape on that one, though, because I don't want an excessive amount of rain to get in there. Although there are drain holes in it, but I just want the top hole to be the place that is getting the water from. So I'm going to put another piece of tape on the side to kind of help to make sure that is sealed good. Let me see if there's a gap on the front. And I'll try to put the next one on better than that one. I didn't get that one taped up that good. Okay, so now it's taped up better. Might not look that great, but it's taped up. And just imagine how long you would be out in the elements yourself trying to do this during the winter month. So I don't suggest you wait till the winter actually get here to do your winter sowing. I suggest that you go ahead, get your winter sowing done while the weather is still calm and clear and nice enough for you to be out. Okay, so the next one I said we were doing is the blueberry. And there's not very much in that one. Let me see if I can find a container that has more blueberry seeds in it than that one does. Okay, I got lavender in my hand. I'm going to go ahead and do this lavender since it's in my hand. This is something that I have problems getting to germinate. I'm just going to sprinkle some in. Okay, and I still got a lot left. Stick it inside. I'm going to put lavender on my jug. And now we're going to seal it up. All right, we got our lavender done. Okay, so these don't look that great. So you want to find some place that's going to be kind of out of the way. Well, I do. I want to find some place that I don't have to just look at them all the time or them being in my way when I'm coming out into the garden. So let's see where I'm going to put mine at today. I think it works better when you cut the milk jug more at the top instead of at the bottom. So I have been practicing on this a little to try to figure out a way to get it better. I need to figure out a way to get it more straight. Well, I didn't get it straight, but I'm going to go on the other side and cut more at the top. And you don't have to fill it all the way to the top, but I think it's easier to cut more to the top. So now I'm going to put some soil in here. And I started another container back here because, y'all, I got a lot of seeds that I want to winter sow. And I had moistened this, but I'm going to have to moisten it more because it's not moist enough. As I said, that seed starting mix is very, very dry. And it's hard to get it moist. So now I think that I've got it good enough. And the one that I'm going to put in here are some tangerine seed trees. So they're going to have to go underneath the soil a little. So I'm going to just put about, well, let's see. I'll probably do about 6 in here. I think I'll just put them in my hand. Then I'll just push them underneath the soil a little, spacing them out. Okay, so I think that's going to be enough. And now, I'm just going to cover those a little since they're larger seeds. And make a label so I won't forget what this is. And it is tangerine. Write it on the outside. And then I also was trying to figure out how to get this tape done because it's kind of hard with one person doing it. It would work a whole lot better if you had someone to hold the top of the lid down while you are taping. So what I have been doing is just using the top of my body. Uh-oh. It worked good till I tried to show y'all. Y'all just ruined this piece of tape. I'm putting straighten this piece of tape out. Okay, got the tape straight. And we'll try it again. Use the top of your body and push this top down. That's the main thing you want to do is you want to get this top part pushed down and you want it to stay. And then you just take your tape around and you see you got it. And it was like you really had 2 people. Although it didn't want to act right. But it's done, and I'm not putting no more tape on it for that. Okay, so now I am going to show you where I'm putting this. I think if I don't, well, I got one more jug underneath here. So y'all know I got to put something in this jug. Let me go ahead and put something in this container. I do have some more containers over there, but this is all that I took out. So this is all that I am going to do for now. Oh, I already cut this one. Yeah, so that's even better, although I would have rather had it cut at the top. But this would be fine. Go ahead and put some soil in. Make sure I have some drainage holes at the bottom. I do. And moisten the soil. And let's see what kind of seeds we're going to put in here. I think I already did blueberry. I'm not sure. Let me check and see if I did blueberry already, because I want to make sure I have plenty of blueberry this year. I do not see the blueberry. I don't think I did any, but I am going to find the blueberry seeds. The reason I may not have done any, I may not have blueberry seeds, because I remember pulling up a container and saying that, well, this one has some. It has a few. But I did think that I had more blueberry seeds. Okay, this looks like this is what I have right here. So let's go ahead and try to see if we can empty this packet in here. Get all these seeds in here. And hope that something germinates from this. Look like dust. Might be dust, but I had to do just one final check. I feel like that's going to be a waste to just put those in there because I'm not sure that anything's in there. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to plant this, let's see, raspberry fruit. Raspberry. Let's put the raspberry in there because I don't think anything's going to come up those blueberries. Let's put this raspberry. Did I already do raspberry? Okay, y'all, let me check and see if I did the raspberry. I did raspberry, so we're not doing raspberry. We're going to do the kiwi fruit. Y'all got a lot of seeds, and they need to be used because I don't know how long these seeds last. So go ahead, drink some of this kiwi fruit in here. Make a label. And seal it. And I'm going to write kiwi fruit on this jug somewhere. I have to write it right here because this one's kind of hard to write on. So let's put kiwi. I don't want to write on there. That's kind of wet. We're just going to have to deal with the one that's inside because the jug is kind of moist, damp. So we're going to just deal with that. And this is where I am going to be placing my Winter Sow jug behind the chicken coop. So this is somewhere I will not have to see them. They'll be back here out of sight. And I don't have to water them unless it gets real dry. We don't get any rain because the rain will water them or snow or sleet or whatever we get. So we have raspberry, dwarf cherry, lavender, kiwi fruit, red strawberry, an avocado that I saved the seed from one of the avocados that I ate. This is a white strawberry. A regular strawberry and elderberry. So I hope that you all have enjoyed this video today and that you will give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you have not already subscribed. And go ahead and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. And as always, thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next video.